Your body never lies play shop, and particularly this online play shop, are designed for you to be gentle with yourself. This is not meant for you to find out new ways to hunt and destroy things about yourself you don't like. That just doesn't work. If we're looking for things to fix, then we end up measuring and comparing, and that kind of sabotages the whole process. In this work, what we do is we simply note it. When something comes up and we notice something that isn't optimum, that is when we breathe, and that is when we go through that process. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just put it out again. These videos build upon themselves, and you're really meant to watch them all. And you're meant to repeat them and really get it before moving forward. If you ever get confused, always refer back to the earlier videos. When we clean house, if your apartment's dirty, your house is dirty, there's two ways to do it. One way is to hunt for what needs cleaning and to take care of it. So you go into hunting mode and you're like targeting. You're looking for what to fix. The other way is to simply relax and notice what needs doing. So if you relax, you might notice, oh, carpet's dirty, I better vacuum. Or you might notice the windows are dirty. Or you might notice that you didn't finish all the dishes, from breakfast this morning. This work is about noticing. We don't hunt for what we think is wrong so that we can fix it. That ends up creating sabotage. It ends up causing a measuring and comparing, and it can lead to judgment. And it just, in the long run, it's a lot easier and faster and more grounded to simply breathe. Breathe in the in the waveform of love and ease. Yeah, refer to the old videos if you need to. And when we're relaxed in that mode, things that aren't loving or things that we don't like about our history will come up to our mind. And we get to keep breathing when they do. That's a very gentle way of reclaiming attention. And that is different or other than looking for what's wrong so that we can fix it. I hope that's pretty clear. This yin yang, high energy, low energy, dichotomy, I think is the right word. That's something we look at in the Energy Works class. We're not going to get too much into it here, aside from what I just said. It's really, we get to practice noticing the obvious. And we do that in life, and we do that when we're breathing, and when we do that when we sit down to meditate, to get grounded. And that is what this video is actually going to be. So this meditation I'm showing you is very simple, and it's incredibly effective, and it's essentially designed to show you that you are not your thoughts and that you don't need your thoughts. Essentially all you do is you close your eyes and when you've got your eyes closed, you breathe in the waveform of love and ease. And I might just say breathe in love, because that's that's what it is. And when you do, you're going to notice some thoughts come up. And they might be pictures, they might be actual words, you might hear sounds. However your mind works, things will come up. And you might see images from your childhood, images from today, images from yesterday. You might start thinking about this class. Anything you think of, what you visualize is you take the thought and you put it in a little paper boat, and you visualize a stream in your mind's eye, and you've got a paper boat here, or whatever that looks like to you. That's the sail. And you take whatever thought you have, my uncle ignored me when I was a kid. Oh, why am I thinking about that? Take the thought and put it in the boat and watch it go down the stream. And anytime you have a thought come up, my body's not comfortable sitting here. Take that thought and put it in the stream. And, if you're lucky, you're going to have some thoughts come up about your childhood. However, they might not come up the first time you sit down and do this. This is like cleaning house. Stuff comes off in layers. So stuff that's ready to be cleaned, you notice. And you get to breathe. And as your body trusts this process of breathing, as you breathe, in the form of love and ease. And as you take your thoughts and visualize putting your thoughts in a boat or a raft, whatever you want, and watching them go down the stream, what will happen inevitably is that you'll start having thoughts like, this isn't working. And what you do is you take that thought and put it in the boat and watch it go down the stream. And then you might have the thought, I don't want to be doing this. You take that thought, put it in the boat, watch it go down the stream. Man, I'm not doing it right. This can't be working because I'm still thinking. You take that thought, put it in the boat, and watch it go down the stream. This exercise or meditation is something you can do even if it's just 2 or 3 minutes a day. If you want, do it for an hour a day. You don't need to do it more than that. If you find yourself needing to do more than that, you're probably doing it wrong. And doing it wrong is a joke. You're not doing it wrong. You just might not be following the instructions exactly. You might be hunting for what you're thinking about so that you can put it in a boat and send it down the stream. Stop hunting. Just notice what you're thinking. And whatever you notice, put it in a little paper boat and send it down the stream. You know, if you start hearing a lullaby or a sing-song voice in your head to accompany the boat going down the stream, take that thought and put it in another boat and watch it go down the stream. The end result is silence. You are looking for silence in your mind. If you can exist in silence in your mind, that means that you are not your thoughts, right? Because if your thoughts stop, then you should stop too, if you exist because of your thoughts. Isn't that good news that your thoughts don't matter? Thinking, I believe I've said before, is always a reference to the past, every single time. Even if you're thinking about tomorrow or next week or next year, you are thinking about the past, because what you're doing is you're referencing a memory from your past and imagining some analog of it in the future. You have to reference the past in order to think about the future. So there's no such thing as thinking about the future. You should probably stop doing that too. The only thing that happens that's real are our feelings. Our feelings. Feelings only exist in present time. Feelings are what keep us present. And feelings are how we get good information. Thoughts distract us from our feelings. This meditation, if you watch your thoughts go down the stream in that little paper boat or on that raft, and as you do, you breathe in this pattern that you've been already practicing for at least a week or two, very quickly your body will learn this meditation, and very quickly you will learn to do it automatically. Because really, you should be able to, in your waking life, when you're interacting with people or at work or driving, whatever you're doing, you should be able to set your thoughts aside, because your thoughts are distracting you from what's really going on. When your body figures this out, when your inner wisdom begins to perceive and understand this, then thoughts will just go by the wayside. And that doesn't mean that you'll never have another thought again. It means that they won't be a constant stream. And you'll actually get enough control that you can just make a choice. Okay, no more thinking today, and just stop your thoughts. I did an experiment a few years ago where I consciously chose to not have a single thought, and I went 2 weeks. 2 weeks without a single blah, 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 blah in my mind. It was amazing. And it's not necessary to do that. Thoughts, they have their purpose. Your mind is not a complete waste of physical matter. It has its purpose. It's just that its purpose has been abused. So we're going to end that abuse. We're going to end the constant, worship of the mind. And, part of that means letting it go. And letting go means discontinuing holding on. So when you notice, right, and a thought comes up, that means you've been holding on to it. A thought comes up, and instead of holding on to it, you just set it in the stream and watch it go down the stream. And you maintain your breath, and you don't judge yourself for having those thoughts, right? If you're not doing it right, that's a thought. Put it in the boat and watch it go down the stream. You are not going to be an expert at anything the first time you try it. Especially this workshop. This is probably all brand new information. You're not going to be an expert on this meditation the first time you do it. That's okay. If you get a little bit of relief, if you spend 5 minutes and you get one thought to go down the stream and then you don't even remember what it was, that is amazing. That would be like an outrageously good day. So take it as a win. You know, even if you let 5 or 6 thoughts go down that and you get 2 seconds of silence in your mind, that is an amazing win. That is fantastic, because when your thoughts shut off, you suddenly will find yourself naturally tuned into your feelings, and you'll suddenly start feeling a lot more of what's going on. So when you start feeling, remember, breathing is the key, right? Breath maintains. Your breath maintains. Well, I like to keep these short, so why don't we just stop there. This is the boats on a stream meditation. It might have other names. I can't possibly be the person who came up with this, and I also don't remember if or where I ever heard it from. But I mean, there's got to be multiple disciplines that this exists in. If you've already learned some form of meditation, do not try to mix this in with what you are already doing. Let this be its own practice, and just set everything else aside, because this practice by itself, untouched with anything else, like leave the aromatherapy out of it, leave the soft music out of it, leave the candle out of it, leave everything you know about meditation out of this, and only do these instructions. That's it. In your imagination, there's a stream, and every time you have a thought, you put that thought in a boat and you let it go down the stream, right? And every thought you have goes in a boat down the stream. And you do that for a few minutes every day until you start getting some control over that chatterbox. Blah, 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 blah. And, by the end of this play shop, you will have control over that chatterbox. That is one of the outcomes of this class. And you get to do that yourself by practicing this meditation. So do it. Feel free to send me a report, or if you have any questions, I love hearing from people. You can find my address by going to the website, and actually you just write, I think it's brian@yourbodyneverlies.org. You'll get to me. And all right, stick around. There's always more, and we're really starting to get into the meat of this. So thanks for joining.